Hello, my friends. Let's practice two more phrasal verbs. Today, both of our phrasal verbs contain the verb go. Let's start with go about. The present tense is go about. The past tense is went about. Went about. This phrasal verb has two different meanings depending on the context. Let's begin with this one. Ugh, how do I go about doing my taxes in the United States? It's very confusing. In this case, my friends, we are talking about a problem that we need to solve, doing my taxes. So if you hear go about being used with a problem or something that needs a process to fix, the meaning of go about means to begin to deal with a problem. What are the first steps in the process? So, for example, how do I go about doing my taxes in the United States? Maybe the first step would be to collect all your documents and to find a good accountant, for example. Of course, this could be different, but collecting your documents is a good way to start. So we go about doing our taxes by first collecting those documents and then maybe finding someone who can help us. So in this case, go about with a problem means what are the first steps in the process of fixing this problem? Next, if we hear go about being used with the word day, the meaning is a little bit different. So if we look at this lady here, she looks a little bit sad. And even though she was very sad, she went about her day like everything was normal. In this case, went about is not talking about a problem, but if someone goes about their day, even if they don't feel very good or they are sad, the meaning just is to do the normal routine activities of your day. So, for example, even though she was very sad, she went to work. She went to the grocery store. She went to the post office and the bank. And then she went home and cooked dinner. So, even though she was sad, she still did all the normal routine activities of the day. And again, my friends, we often use this meaning when it's with the word day. So, my day or her day. And it just means the schedule. You keep the schedule of that day when you use go about in this way. Okay, next, let's look at go back. This one is very common in normal conversation. Go back. The past is went back. Went back. Let's look at the most common use of this phrase. When will you go back home? In about a week. In this case, my friends, what do you think go back home means? This is an informal way to say return. So, for example, in this question, I could say, when will you return home? Return is a little bit more formal, so many Americans in typical conversation will use go back because go back and return have the same meaning. Now, there is also a different meaning of go back that is not used as much, but let's look at this definition. She and I go back years. We met in 2015. If you hear someone use go back with way or years, it typically means that the people have known each other for a long time. You have been friends for a long time. So, for example, she and I go way back, or she and I go back years. That means that we have known each other for this time, for a long time, and we have been friends for that time. Okay, my friends, remember, let me know if you have any questions. Practice, practice, and never give up.